Lewis. To place your deli or carry-out orders, call 302-945-0700.
Radio check 1 2 1 2.
Jessica's Juice is on Power 101.7.
All right, Jess, what you got?
Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, is suing the state of New York and its criminal justice services to have his name removed from the sex offender registry, claiming that he never was offered an opportunity to change it. According to legal documents, which was obtained by TMZ, Petty never received notice of a hearing in October of 2004 while he was incarcerated for attempted rape. The hearing would have allowed him to contest his level 2 sex offender status. He said that notice was sent to an address where he didn't live, and he was in prison at the time. He also revealed that the Kenny Petty signature on the paperwork was forged, and that the person who signed it said that he would not be attending the hearing. As a result, Petty said that he never got his constitutional right to due process to challenge the risk level assigned to him, and as a result, Petty claims that he suffered financial loss, humiliation, citing that his arrest last year for failing to register as a sex offender in California was an embarrassment. He wants his name removed from the New York sex offender list immediately.
Okay.
All right, so as soon as we find out more details on that, we will fill you in. Also, T.O. Terrell Owens, he says that he firmly believes that he can play in the NFL.
Still.
All right, he's still looking to get back into the league.
I thought you were going to say T.O. Is coming to Bubba Almany's celebrity basketball game.
He is. But
maybe we can ask him about that at the Snow Hill.
He retired from the NFL a few years ago, and now he is in the Hall of Fame. And despite all of this, Owens still says that he has aspirations to return to the NFL at the age of 47.
47.
I didn't even know he was that old.
I didn't either. Wow.
I know.
I got to meet T.O.
So he says that he is obsessed, all right, with his physical shape. He loves it. Like, he just is into all that. The working out, the physical shape that he's in. And in his retirement, he says that he is continuing to take really good care of himself.
He might be able to do something. I don't know what, but he might, I ain't hating.
He says that he's ready to get back into the league.
Okay.
And some executives have told him that there's potential.
Yeah.
And this is a big if, he can show some speed. I think he can, though.
I think he could do it.
I think he can.
I think he could do it.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I love it.
Okay.
Also, the R. Kelly trial is continuing, and a woman has now come forward. She did testify. She says that she's 28 years old now, and she is claiming to have been sexually abused by the R&B artist when she was only 16 years old. And in addition, she says that she has proof on a T-shirt, if you know what I mean. She has his DNA on a T-shirt.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. The testimony was packed with lots of disturbing details. All right. And according to reports, the singer, we know that he was charged with child pornography in 2008, and those charges were dropped. And a year after he was acquitted of those charges, this woman says that this is when they met, and he invited her to his home in Chicago. She testified that they went on to have a 6-month sexual relationship when she was 16 years old. And after their relationship ended is when the attorneys got involved. She had the proof, and that's when she says that, she did turn everything over to them.
Proof on my T-shirt.
Well, now his lawyer is calling her a self-proclaimed liar with the opening statements that happened there in court. And there's a lot of allegations going against R. Kelly right now. So we will keep you up to date on this trial, but it is underway. Okay. And Antonio Brown, he got kicked out of practice. This is what happened here.
Really?
Not sure if something else is going to, continue, if a fine or anything like that. But we know that he plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's proven to be a huge asset. Tom Brady loves him, and they won a Super Bowl, right? Well, they're ready to run it back, they said. And they have this practice going on with the Tennessee Titans where they do a joint practice.
Okay.
Things got out of hand. Unfortunately, things got a bit crazy, and he was thrown out of that session. Pictures and cameras, the videos are now trending online. You can take a look for yourself. Now, the coach is downplaying it, say, oh, no, just a little pushing and shoving. Nothing happened.
Right.
But the video and the pictures show something differently. Apparently, this went down with Chris Jackson, who plays for the Titans. They were doing a scrimmage. It led into a big fight. Brown ended up yanking off his helmet, and then he punched him in the face.
Oh, boy.
I know. Nearby cameras, like I said, captured everything, and it was apparently quite a scene. All right. Afterwards, though, the coach for the Buccaneers says, no, nothing to be concerned about. I didn't see any fighting, just a lot of pushing and shoving around. You know how it goes.
Right.
You know how it goes.
You don't want no smoke.
But all the pictures, it does show where, the helmet
Gonna look it up.
The helmet's off
Gotta
of his
look it up.
head. It looks like there's a punch. And so we'll see what happens.
By the way, Washington plays tonight.
Oh, the Eagles played last night. Terrible.
Yeah, anybody? Yeah.
Just off. I didn't even watch it.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it.
You still think Eagles are going
I do.
to outdo the Redskins?
I do.
Really?
Yep.
Really? You're that naive?
I am.
Yes, you're that naive?
Yes, I am.
Bengals and Washington tonight, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Also, the Chiefs and the Cardinals tonight.
Oh, nice.
So,
Very
and tomorrow you got the Bills and the Bears. Also,
this is it. We're getting ready to wrap up preseason.
yeah. Eagles final yesterday, 35-0.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts out. Apparently, he has a stomach virus.
But they're still gonna beat.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Flacco threw an interception. This is what I heard.
Right.
Because, he's like one of the backups. And they played terrible.
But you still say they're going to beat the Washington. Oh, okay.
I do.
Yeah, so 35-0. Washington Bengals today at 8 o'clock. Also Chiefs and Cardinals at the same time. Tomorrow, Bills and Bears at 1. Jets and Packers at 4:25. Falcons and Dolphins and Ravens and Panthers at 7. 7:30 tomorrow, Lions and Steelers. Titans and Bucks. 8 o'clock tomorrow, Texans and Cowboys. Colts and Vikings. 10 p.m. tomorrow, Raiders and Rams. Broncos and Seahawks.
Dang, a lot of football.
A lot. And then on Sunday, 1 o'clock, you got the Giants and Browns. 7:30, 49ers and Chargers. 8 o'clock on Monday, Jags and Saints.
All garbage, those last teams that you were saying.
Yeah, nobody's watching the Jags and Saints.
No.
Nobody's watching the 49ers and Chargers. The only one we're watching is the Giants, possibly. So Sunday sucks. Saturday is where it's all at.
On those last few games, terrible.
I know. Who watches it?
Terrible.
I know. Like garbage teams. Nobody wants to watch that. That's like a big mess. Even
wow.
I'm just glad. I would like to watch some football though.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not against it.
There's like a lot of Saints fans out there.
Season gets me, back into it.
There's a lot of Saints fans out there.
There is.
And for some reason, I've never liked the Saints.
I know.
I don't like them.
I know. And they always get to the playoffs.
They don't got Drew Brees anymore.
No, they don't. So
party's over.
I'm curious as to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But they, are one of them teams that always make it there, and then it's a wrap.
Party's over.
It's over.
Yes, you don't have Drew Brees no more, kids.
Retired.
So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you still say the Eagles are going to beat the Redskins.
Still do.
They're
still do.
Eagles on top of Washington in the division.
Yep.
Okay.
I still do.
Okay.
Till the end. Till the end.
And then you owe me a coffee if not.
Are you going to owe me mine that you still owe me?
I always buy you.
Can I get mine first?
I bring you coffee every morning.
We're sending you to New York City